Today, I'm gonna be showing you guys 5 builds really quick. The first 3 are builds that you should make to kill Fatalis fast and to play with your friends after you kill Fatalis. And the last 2 are gonna be builds to play before you defeat Fatalis. They are all dual blades builds. And 2 fastest builds to kill Fatalis are this one here and this one here. The main difference between them is that this one is raw damage using the Fatalis dual skies, and this one is Alatrion Madness as the weapon for the dragon damage. So you can see this build has a lot of raw damage, not a lot of elemental damage, has a lot of affinity, while this one even goes above 100% affinity at some points. And why is that? This is because you have 710 elemental damage and you're not using full Fatalis armor for this. You're not using the 4 pieces Fatalis for the buff from the Transcendence from Fatalis Legend. We are actually using 2 pieces of Vilcana Arch-Tempered for the critical element bonus, which means that your elemental attacks can crit, and that makes a great difference. What you're using here is all the normal skills that every build should have: Critical Eye, Agitator, Attack Boost 4, Fire Resistance 3, all Fatalis build should have that, Critical Boost 3, Weakness Exploit 3, Peak Performance is already one that isn't as mandatory, and so is Coalescence. I would say for Critical Boost, Weakness Exploit, Attack Boost, Agitator, and Critical Eye, every single build should have that. And why Attack Boost 4 and not 7? Because once Attack Boost gets to 4, it gives you a plus bonus to affinity. After 4, it doesn't matter. It's just a little bit of attack. On this build specifically, I like Coalescence a lot because it increases elemental damage. Those other 2 builds here are pretty much the same. One of them uses Divine Blessing and the other one uses Constitution instead of Divine Blessing. They're both quite safe builds because Constitution with Marathon Runner means you always have stamina. And when you're fighting Fatalis with dual blades, your health bar is the yellow one. It's your stamina. As long as you have stamina, Fatalis cannot bullshit you. If you have stamina, you can dodge him. If you don't have stamina, you're dead. Evade Window 2 is normally enough to dodge Fatalis. Evade Window 4 makes so that it's enough to dodge Fatalis inside of Devil's Dance pretty safely with about 5 or 6 frames extra 5 frame, and it's pretty sweet. Of course, on this build specifically, I'm using all of the Expert Plus and Attack Plus, Dragon Plus, Hardfire Res, you know. So this is how it's slotted in, just so you know. And a Event Extender 1, just for one move that gets a little bit easier to dash through while in Demons mode. Yeah. I don't know the name in English. And the reason I run this here is, of course, because of the pre-Fatalis builds. This is my Namiala. I didn't mistype. It's because it's half Nami and half Alatrion. I am using Escadora, Wisdom, Soul, and Arm Guards, and I'm using Tentacle Coil and Tentacle Greaves, which is Namiel parts. I really like the skills that they give us. This is what we end up with. Resentment isn't great on here. It's kind of a side effect of using Tentacle Coil and Tentacle Greaves, but the reason we have those is because they give us several levels of Stamina Surge and Constitution, which you want at max if this is our first time killing Fatalis. This is using Alatrion Madness, no parts of Destroyer, so it might be a little bit hard to break the head since you don't have all that much raw damage, sitting at around 400, but we do have a lot of elemental damage, and that does a lot to the head. You can most definitely solo Fatalis with this build. It has heavy artillery slotted in, it has Stamina Surge, Weakness Exploit and Critical Boost, has Health Boost, Fire Resistance. Our Fire Resistance actually goes almost to 30 here, sitting at 28. That means you can survive all of Fatalis attacks, even the 360 cone. We can survive it on this build. Just an all-around great build with a lot of damage. You can definitely do Fatalis in less than 15 minutes with that if you're consistent. Namiel Divinity gives you element acceleration, and that is why I'm using Namiel as well. Continue attacking a monster increases elemental damage. This combined with increasing elemental resistances and equipped up elemental power increases, elemental resistance increases. This is all a lot of elemental damage that you're going to be doing. So remember to attack Fatalis in the head. It's pretty nice, and you'll do a lot of damage. If you guys want to try it out, go for it. This is a pretty safe build. The next one I'm going to show is a little bit less safe, but you can kill Fatalis even faster. You can match people with Fatalis armor both on damage and uptime on that build. Of course, you won't be able to match them in survivability, which Fatalis armor offers a lot of. This is 2 pieces Alatrion and 3 pieces Safi Jiva armor. And in here, we are using element conversion from Alatrion Divinity, and we're also using Dragon Vein Awakening. On this set, we have a lot of elemental resistance, sitting at 32 fire resistance and almost 1000 defense, rivaling some Fatalis sets that I've seen around, even though it's not fully upgraded. At 530 element damage and 55% affinity, this 55% goes way higher with our decorations here. And we have pretty much the same setup as Namiel, sitting at around the same skills, 2 less level constitutions, a few more levels of Evade Window. Some people will tell you that Evade Window 3 is useless. It isn't, okay? Because the way it works is, let's suppose you need 20 frames to dodge an attack, okay? People say that evade 2 is all you need because evade 2 will put you into like 22 or 23 frames. But if you have evade 3, it'll give you like 4 or 5 more frames that can help you. That's why people say, oh, either use 2 or 4, 3 is less significant. It is, but it is better than nothing too. Having evade window 3 is better than having evade window 2. It's just not as significant as having evade window 4. Apart from that, this set is Shaver, which is pretty good, helps a lot, is also an Namiel set, 2 levels of heavy artillery, a lot of levels of expert slotted in because you really want the critical i7, together with all the same skills that you always want with attack boost, fire resistance, critical boost, weakness export, marathon runner. Those are very nice for dual blades and you want all of them every time. It's a shame we couldn't slot coalescence in on this set. I really tried really hard. I tried going with other armors to see if they would fit the Safi, but they didn't do as much damage as Kadora. I personally just did Fatalis with this set, and I got a sub 13 minutes with it, which is pretty nice for solo Fatalis. I hope you guys try it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.